right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to the 41st Annual Citizen of the Year Awards. So before we begin our program, we would like to open with a prayer. So I'd like to ask Pastor Andrew Klook of Faith Christian Church Fellowship Church to come up, or Faith Christian Family Church. I got it all backwards. That's okay. No to come up and say our opening prayer.
Good evening. I'd like to invite you to bow your heads with me as we pray. Father God, we acknowledge you tonight, and we thank you for the opportunity to come together as a community to recognize some extraordinary individuals. Individuals who have given so much of their lives and resources to serve and help others. Lord, help our community to follow the example of these nominees and their families and strengthen all of us together as we join them in working tirelessly to make Lapeer County a better and brighter place to live. We humbly ask for you to bless this gathering tonight, Lord, and be with us. We pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Andrew. Do I need to tilt this down, or what am I doing here? Is that good? Okay. All right. Great. Okay. First of all, I would like to thank our gracious host and our major sponsor, Brad Keast, who is general manager of Devil's Ridge Golf Club, and then also Shannon Card, who is the Beverage, Food, and Banquet Director, and she is amazing, and all of their support staff. Brad has just been so very gracious. This is our third year having the event here because we outgrew our previous location, and they have just been absolutely wonderful, and we want to thank you. You guys have really blessed us and have been so kind and generous to allow us to have this event here, so we are really appreciative. We thank you. And I want to also thank Lakestone Bank and Trust for your sponsorship. Lakestone Bank and Trust, could I have you folks stand briefly and acknowledge our other sponsor? Thank you very much. And my new co-host and MC this year, and hopefully for many more years going forward, Mayor Debbie Marquardt, Mayor of the City of Lapeer. I'll call you up. I'm so anxious. I'm just introducing. I know she is. She's so excited. Okay. And also Lapeer High School Principal Doug Lindsay. He's also here. I want to thank the Chamber Ambassadors. They're back here at table 16. If you all want to stand up, I want to thank Julie Forbush, Pam Wagner, Michelle Spinney, Angela Bannister, Daisy Baraha, who is unable to be here, Ray Davis, who is also ill, my assistant, Jenny Mateen, for their assistance and their help with this event. Thank you. I also want to acknowledge a few of our Board of Director members who are here this evening and thank them for always supporting this award, and it has grown from over the years from what it used to be, and I'm very grateful that we are now able to provide not only 2 sponsorships to our students, but then also some donations and scholarships for our 2 adult recipients, which those will go to the nonprofit organization of their choice to help support them. So I would like to introduce Rebecca Nyman, Rebecca's Health and Nutrition. Our immediate past president, Wes Smith, View Newspaper Group. Our Board of Director Vice President Casey Collins, Rebecca's Health and Nutrition. And also Lori Curtis from Curtis Electric. And Janet Engelman from Kapala Heating and Air Conditioning. So, and I'd like to personally thank every nominee here today, adults and students, for your efforts in the community, but I also want to thank their spouses and their parents, their teachers, their coworkers, everyone who has supported them along the way and helped them to develop into the individuals who they are. So this year, we are awarding 1 Citizen of the Year award. In the past, we have done 1 adult male Citizen of the Year and 1 adult female Citizen of the Year, but we didn't have nominees for the men this year. So ladies, you must have done an awesome job this year. That's all I can say. You must have just been so amazing. So congratulations. So for the past 13 years, I've read through so many nominations, adult nominations. In the past 9 years, we have done the student nominations. And I'm always amazed at what I read about these individuals. they're very special. But something else that I thought about this year that hit me is I'm just a sense of gratitude. I really, truly am. And everyone in this room should be grateful. And I'm grateful to know so many of you. And I've known many of you for years. And I've had the privilege of meeting many new people this year with our students. Always, and Tom, we've met before, but most of the students, this is brand new. So hi, I already introduced myself. I'm grateful to you for all of the things that you do for this community, because what you do with your volunteer work and your compassion and your dedication to the community and to helping improve the quality of life in this community, it just makes things better and life in this county richer based on your kindness and your compassion and your giving nature. As I was reading through some of the nominations, I realized that that's really what I felt, is how grateful I am to live in a community where we have people who take the time, and make the effort to reach out to help others. They come together with other people to offer them hope and encouragement, and they take the time to lend a hand. There are so many wonderful, wonderful organizations in our community. We really are very rich in organizations who are there to helping organizations that reach out and do everything they can, whether it's feeding the homeless or providing refuge for them, or it's making sure that a family has a Christmas holiday and that parents have gifts and things for their children, whether it's working at a soup kitchen. There's just so much. It's when families are in need that we have so many wonderful organizations. But the really important thing to keep in mind are the people, the kind and caring individuals who are the people behind the mission. They're the ones who make the difference. Because if it weren't for them, if they weren't offering their time, if they weren't dedicated, if they didn't have a kind and compassionate heart, these organizations would not survive. They couldn't do it on their own. So it's the individuals who come together and they do it with such humility and quiet grace and give so much of their personal time. So we're really blessed, all of us, to be able to be here tonight to look at these people, to celebrate what they've done, and to thank them for what they've done for this community, because it's vital and it's important. We have to help each other. We have to take care of each other. That's what a community is about. That's what makes a community strong. It seems like the past year has just flown by. It seems like in the blink of an eye. We were just here last year with lots of different nominees, and some nominees coming back, which we've had happen in the past several times, and that's okay, because somebody out there still recognizes what you do, and they respect and they appreciate what you do. Glenn, what was it, 6 times, buddy, before you were nominated, and you hung in there and you said, heck, I'm just honored to be nominated, right? Oh, it was only 3? Are you sure? You sure wasn't 7? No, I'm kidding, buddy. Maybe 4? Okay. So here we are, we're celebrating another year of blessings, of challenges, some upsets, some achievements, but that's life, and that's what happens. But we're here a year later, all of us celebrating wonderful people again, and we're very honored, and we're blessed to once again be able to do that and to express our gratitude to these very special people. Individuals who, by their kindness and their compassion and their willingness to give of their own personal time and resources, which is a lot in this day and age because we're all very busy. These individuals, by their actions, restore our faith in mankind. They inspire us to do more. They enrich the lives of others quietly with humility and grace. They don't need or want or expect accolades or 200 Facebook likes or Instagram, yay, here I am. But they do this because they have passion in their heart and they're compassionate for other people. And that's a quality in a lot of people in our society that, seems to be diminishing. But we're very fortunate and very lucky and very blessed and very pleased to be able to be here and thank them for what they do for our community. So at this time, I'd like to invite Mayor Debbie Marquardt up, who she herself was a nominee last year. She is going to introduce the adult nominees for the 2020 Citizen of the Year Award. Mayor Marquardt, come on up here.
Good evening, everyone. What an honor I have to be able to read all the wonderful things, accomplishments that these nominees have done tonight, this year. So I'm thrilled, and I can say that I'm the lucky one who's been friends with each and one of these ladies. So thank you for all you do. Okay, I'm going to get on with what I'm really supposed to be saying. If I can turn the page. So I have the privilege of introducing 5 extraordinary women who have been nominated for the 2020 Citizen of the Year Award. When I introduce each of you, will you please briefly stand to be recognized? So nominees for the 2020 Citizens of the Year Award are Norma Krause, Chris Rochlow-Wirtz, Carl Lamborn, Della Hammond, and Emily Barber. Okay. I'm going to start with Norma. So Norma has been the ambassador for the Chamber of Commerce since 2004, the longest standing chamber ambassador for 15 years of service. In that time, she has worked nearly every Wake Up Lapeer meeting, ribbon cutting ceremonies, 8 years at the Spring Expo, the past few years at the Food Truck Fest, and many more other chamber events, even helping answer phones in the office during the busy season. She has volunteered at Lapeer Days Festival for the past 12 years, working the entire weekend, and she has been a Christmas parade volunteer for the past 12 years. Norma has been a member of the Kiwanis Club of Lapeer for 13 years and has served on the board for 3 years. She was recently reelected for another 3-year term, and she was voted the Kiwanis of the Year for 2018. She volunteers for every Kiwanis Club fundraising event, which is the Capers, cider sales, the Rubber Duck Dash, and more, approximately about 8 per year in addition to serving on the board. Norma has been a board member and a volunteer for the past 2 years for Holiday Depot of Lapeer County. I've had the pleasure of working with Norma, and she's there every Saturday, plus taking applications in to process for our families. Norma does a little bit of shopping when she can for us, started that mostly this season. The biggest thing that happened this year, though, was Norma, we had a need. We had a little flood last February, and Norma came in, and we decided to redesign the whole store. So Norma took that challenge on. She had some past experience with a couple other friends, and go for it, and it looks beautiful. It's a shopping experience just like any other parent would want to have to look for gifts for their families. So you could always count on Norma to be there at our gift center, which is really important for me. So anyway, she is a volunteer at the Fantasy Forest for Lapeer Center, helping them with the events and also helping with the Jelly Bean Smiles campaign, shopping for supplies, and helping create Easter baskets for children. Somebody stated, Norma always makes you feel welcome, and she is a remarkable woman. She is well respected. You can count on her word. She knows compassion, has a great attitude. She's always one of the first to help out and volunteer. Congratulations, Norma, on your nomination, and thank you for all you do for the community. Chris was a member of the Kiwanis Club of Lapeer and also served on the board for 4 years. She volunteered her time at the Kiwanis Club fundraising events throughout the year, in addition to serving on the board. She has shopped for families in need through the Kiwanis Adopt a Family program, wrapping and delivering gifts and food to families during the holiday season. She delivered dictionaries to third graders in elementary schools in Lapeer County through the Kiwanis Club, Read About the World project. She also took part in reading stories to elementary students throughout this program. She has volunteered for the Family Literacy Center for several years at the auction and at the annual camel races, selling the raffle tickets, assisting with setup and cleanup, and just doing whatever she possibly could to help out. Chris has been an ambassador for the Chamber of Commerce for 6 years, assisting various networking and fundraising events. Chris volunteered at the charitable gaming events 4 times per year when she was the ambassador. She's also helped the Chamber fund the program and provide the scholarships that were needed, the scholarships that we were able to award here tonight. She was a volunteer at the Chamber booth during the Lapeer Days Festival and at the Beautiful Baby Terrific Toddler contest for several years, even running the contest one year, taking on a huge responsibility with babies. And as ambassador, Chris attended networking events, Wake Up Lapeer, and our annual holiday mixer, handling, assisting staff, distributing door prizes, selling raffle tickets, and greeting guests. Chris is also on the board for the Holiday Depot of Lapeer County and manages our social media page, assists with collecting gifts and delivering gifts for families in need for the holiday season, and whatever else she can possibly help me out with. And the rest of us volunteers, she's there. Chris is truly a treasure in our community. She gives 200% all the time. Congratulations, Chris, on your nomination. Cara, you have been a member of the Lapeer Kiwanis Club for 5 years, first as the vice president, then the president-elect, and now serves as president. She too volunteers throughout the year at the Kiwanis Club fundraising event. In addition, you organized and executed the very first Kiwanis Club flying pancake breakfast. That was fun. And as well as the very first Kiwanis Club rubber duck dash. Both key fundraising events for the Kiwanis Club to support the children's program. When she isn't working on a new event, she participates in a community cleanup with the City of Lapeer Youth Council. She also spends time out of her busy schedule in the summer to help stain a large play structure for the Lapeer area Citizens Against Domestic Violence, LACADA. Cara also supports and takes part in the View Lady Classics golf outing to help raise the funds for LACADA. Cara has been on the planning committee for the Prom for Purpose, an event which was benefiting Love Inc. and more recently with a masquerade ball to benefit the Lapeer Center. She takes on a number of duties related to these events to ensure their success. She also volunteers at the annual Family Literacy Camel races. She is currently researching a way to create a community park that is user-friendly for the special needs community. That'll be would be our first major project for the city of Lapeer for the special needs. That's awesome. Cara also manages the website for the Forever Friends Network Autism Resource Center. Cara loves Lapeer. She's so special in so many ways, and she would represent Lapeer with pride. She pours her heart and soul into everything she does for the community. Congratulations, Cara. Della Hammond. Della served on the board of directors for HDC for over 30 years and as chairperson for the past 12 years. She jumped in and worked fundraising events that helped to pay heating bills for families in need through the Walk for Warmth campaign. She helped recruit volunteers and assisted wherever she was needed. She's been on the board of Lapeer Center Building for over 20 years. She works fundraising events for the center like the monthly beef dinners, the flea market, charitable gaming events, and was the key leader in planning the 60th anniversary celebration for the center building. Della is an active member of Grace Episcopal Church, working with the soup kitchen throughout the year, and is also helping prepare the egg rolls. Lapeer Days. Who hasn't had an egg roll? Those are the famous ones, of course, that I just said. Della also takes the lead for adopting a family for the church through Holiday Depot each year for Christmas. We work pretty close together on that project. She's also helped me when I was working for HDC and all the Walk for Warmth fundraising events. Della was one of the founders of Lapeer County Community Foundation. Women's Fund, I believe that. Also the Lapeer Community Foundation, period, which also grants hundreds and thousands of dollars in college scholarships for students and also for adults returning to college and also for community need grants. She served on the board for 16 years and on the grant committee. Della was instrumental in establishing the Women's Fund under the umbrella of the Community Foundation, which assists women and children in the areas of health, human service, education, and enrichment. She has served on the steering committee for 15 years. Where'd those years go? She was a member of the Business and Professional Women's Club of Lapeer, where she chaired fundraising events to help raise monies for scholarships for the local high school students. Della has given a lifetime of service to the community, and she represents all that is good about living in Lapeer. Congratulations, Della, on your nomination, and thank you for all you do for our community. Emily Barber. Emily has been a member also of the Kiwanis Club. Boy, you got some good group of women there. It has been a member for several years and also serving as a president in 2004 and 2015. She too volunteers her time throughout the year at every Kiwanis fundraising event. She is currently a board member of the United Way of Lapeer County, a member of the Resource Development Committee. She assists on the planning and execution of the annual Fun Run/Walk. Funds from the event are allocated to support other Lapeer County-based nonprofit organizations. Emily is also a board member for Lakota, which provides shelter, food, clothing for victims of the domestic violence. She also assists with the annual Taste of Lapeer fundraising event. That's a huge thing. Emily has been a volunteer for the Lapeer Days Festival for many years and has been the festival's vendor booth co-chair for the past 3 years. She also volunteers at the Chamber's charitable gaming events, which funds this program and also the scholarships that we are giving the awards to for tonight. Emily, she volunteers each year at the Lost in the Woods Music Festival. This was something I didn't know, which raises funds for music, for education for the local youth, and she is a member of the music duo Untamed Beauty. That I knew. They volunteer their talent performing at various nonprofit fundraisers throughout Lapeer County, including the Chamber of Commerce Food Truck Festival. Emily volunteers for the Family Literacy Center, the Campbell Races fundraiser, and for the Love Inc. prom, and the Purpose and the American Cancer Society Relay for Life. Emily's focus is to improve Lapeer, for example, to impact for a devoted person that she can achieve. So Emily, she's just out there devoting herself the best she just have really no words. You're just really out there. It's so exciting. You just do everything, and I'm very excited that you have achieved all this. Congratulations, Emily, on your nomination, and thank you for all that you do for our community. Ladies, thank you, all of you, for the years of volunteer service, your compassion for others, and your commitment to Lapeer. Okay, we're to the part already where I'd like to invite up Regina Starr for the 2009-15 Female Citizen of the Year, and Glenn Ream, our 2019 Male Citizen of the Year, to join me in presenting this award. Thank you, Regina and Glenn, for your service this past year for our community. You guys both did an awesome job. Oh, where's my drum roll? Okay. Okay. So, as the mayor of the city of Lapeer, along with our esteemed 2019 award recipients, Regina and Glenn, we are honored to announce the 2020 Citizen of the Year award goes to Norma Krause. Norma, could you come up here, please? You don't have to.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think you
I
need to.
can't do a speech, but thank you all for voting for me. Okay.
You got some more ones?
Stand over here. You're the. Okay. I know. So we're a little out of sequence here, but I'm going to do this little presentation, and then we're going to invite some other folks up here to give you some congressional recognition. Do you vote? I'm just putting you on the spot. So Norma, you have, as Debbie was saying, and we outlined here, you've been doing a lot of things, and you've been an ambassador for the chamber for 15 years. Even coming in when people were out sick, or if I had a meeting and staff had to be somewhere and what have you to cover the phones and cover the office. You've done that for a very long time. You have more years as an ambassador than anybody in the history of the chamber that I know of. So, on behalf of the Lapeer Area Chamber of Commerce, I'd like to present you with the Outstanding Service Award on this 23rd day of January 2020 in recognition of your 15 years of dedicated service to the Chamber of Commerce. And also on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, this is a letter from the Chamber to recognize you and your $1,000 donation to the charity or the nonprofit organization of your choice. So you just let us know when and who you want to give that to. So then right now we would like to have Senator Kevin Daly and Mike Goshka on behalf of State Representative Gary Howell, and we would like to have Congressman Paul Mitchell to come up and do their presentations to Norma. No? You can't? You have to step here.
Norma, you didn't think you'd get to run away quickly, did you? No, she can't run away quickly. I don't have any really cool plaques because your tax dollars won't go to that. You should be happy with that, by the way. But we do have, not everyone gets one of these wonderful certificates. I even signed it. So we have a recognition certificate. It says I did. I signed it. Recognizing you for all your contributions. Thank you. It's an honor to represent you in this area, and you're a perfect example out of here. So great. These other people hanging.
I know.
You have more stuff.
I know.
Okay. Someone else's turn now.
You know, it's always fun for me to come to these events, and it's really interesting when you know every one of the nominees, at least the adult nominees, and Glenn can't be replaced, I guess. I've known for a few days. We actually find out a little early who the winner
Yeah,
is.
I didn't
So it's hard when you come in here and you see all you ladies here because everybody, you're an advertisement for Kiwanis tonight, though, I can tell you that much. And that's a good organization that I belong to as well. But Norma, it's been great knowing you all these years and watching all you've done, and it's well-deserved. So we have a tribute here tonight in honor of Norma with everything that Debbie Marquardt read up here about her on it, and it is signed by myself, Senator Kevin Daly, Representative Gary Howell, Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, and Governor Gretchen Whitmer. So on behalf of the state of Michigan, this is to you, Norma, and on behalf of Gary Howell, we have Mike Goshka here. Gary couldn't be here tonight, and he wanted to say a couple of words as well.
I learned a long time ago to be brief in your comments gets you an invite back. My name is Mike Goshka, and it's a real honor to be here. Many of you I've met. I am the legislative director for Representative Gary Howell, but the one thing I'd like to say on behalf of the representative, and I will not be speaking beyond this tonight, I'll be up here with these folks, but every community needs a nucleus of people who care, who engage, who make it happen, who show leadership. That nucleus for Lapeer is in this room, and I commend you. Norma, it's an honor to be here tonight with Senator Daly, with Congressman Mitchell, on behalf of Representative Gary Howell. You have been a leader for a long time in this community, and we pray that God gives you the grace of many more years to be that, and I thank you.
So Norma, can you be at the office tomorrow at 9? We need someone to answer phones. Oh, 9:30. That'll work too. Yeah. Congratulations again, Norma. And thank you, Mayor Marquardt, for being my new partner in crime up here. How many more years are we going to do this? Her husband said at least one. Hopefully more. Hopefully for a very long time. We're not done yet. Okay. So 9 years ago, the Chamber of Commerce was very proud to present the very first Citizen of the Year Youth Award, and along with that, a $1,000 scholarship toward your higher education. So 2 exemplary young people received that award, and since that time, we've really witnessed some representation of some very impressive young people in our community, and we're really proud and pleased to be able to do this and to continue to be able to do this. So we're going to introduce you to some of the county's proudest and finest parents as well. Moms and dads, will you please stand and accept our congratulations on a job well done as the parents of these amazing individuals. You've raised some really exceptional young people, and we applaud you. Mom and dads, please take a stand. So I'll be brief here because most of all of you at table 8, you're probably thinking you'd really rather get home and finish a research paper or study. Maybe you want to study for a test. You guys want to go home and study? Is that what you want to do? You're just chomping at the bit to do that, right? Yep. So, or maybe you just want to go home, watch some TV, rather than listen to some boring speech and all this stuff, right? So, but I do want to say that, when I read through all of the letters that came in from teachers and counselors and clergy and youth group leaders and so on, we're all very impressive. And while your academics are taken into consideration, because it does say something about your goal setting, your dedication to your education, and your ability to set goals and to reach them, and quite well, I might add. I can remember when I was happy if I got a 3.62, and I was saying 4.522222, and the numbers just keep going, and I'm like, how do they do that? How does that happen? So, but all very impressive. But these things are wonderful, and I commend all of you. But they're not weighted quite as strongly as what this award is really all about, as you can hear from what these adults have done. And this award was really patterned after the adult award. So what we really focus on is your ability at your young age to focus on the well-being of other people. Each of you have demonstrated very fine personal qualities that in our world today, a lot of those seem to be disappearing. Generosity, compassion, kindness, and consideration for and toward others. We live in a world right now that's overly sensitive, and it's lost its focus on many of the right things, the important things in life. And we live in an I-me world that seems to have lost sight of the fact that we need to work together. We need to help each other. We need to take care of each other. That's what makes our community strong. That's what knits us together. We need to be less self-centered and more outwardly focused, and each of you seem to have developed that quality and have demonstrated at a very young age and a very busy time in your life a sense of compassion and kindness toward others. It's really refreshing to see this. It's refreshing to see young people who step out of their comfort zone and personal space to make time for others and to help others. It's important. Each of you have developed that sense of compassion and kindness, and I'm sure many of you would love to be spending more time with friends or just kind of hanging out or whatever you do, instead of maybe working at a soup kitchen, or maybe you're helping an elderly resident, rake their leaves in their yard, whether you're making food baskets for families at Christmas and the holidays, or mentoring and tutoring young groups in robotics, whatever. Those are all things that are taking your personal time. So I commend you that you're giving up your personal time to do these things and to reach out. And I think that's really remarkable today. Those selfless acts are a tremendous blessing to the people on the receiving end, and a blessing to our community as well. I want to just encourage you to always strive throughout your life to bless others, and it will come back to you. Always be grateful for your blessings. Your family, your teachers, your friends, and also be grateful to the people who you help and who you reach out to. Because they're teaching you very special things about life, and they're helping you to develop into better people. Better than you would have been had you not known them or had the ability and the experience to reach out and to give something from yourself and share your time and share your resources. You need to take a moment every now and then and see yourself in their position, and then see yourself through their eyes. And at that point, you will see just how great of a gift you have given somebody who's less fortunate, somebody who needs hope, somebody who needs help. They will teach you many things about life and about yourself. You'll understand how great a simple act of kindness can be, and it's priceless in a very, very special way. And you'll appreciate it even more as you get older. Finally, don't forget to thank God every day for the blessings that He has given you, because then you are able to bless others. And when you can appreciate your own blessings, that's when you really bless others. Turn to Him always for guidance and listen when He speaks, because He will never let you down. And He might teach you some really tough lessons along the way in life, but those will be the best lessons you will ever learn, and lessons that you will never, ever forget. And they will make you stronger and better people your entire life. And you will be able to make other people's lives better and stronger when you do that. He'll be there when others fail you, and He'll give you the strength that you need every step of the way. Doesn't mean life's going to be easy, because all the adults in this room know that that's just not true. Everybody has struggles. We have triumphs, we have tribulations, we have challenges, we have victories. It's part of life. You guys are on a great road. I was very proud when I was reading, even though I hadn't met Tom, but I hadn't met any of you others. But it was really nice to read some really wonderful things about what you kids are doing in the community and reaching out and helping others. It's just so very, very important for the community, but it's important for you personally, and it will always be important in your life, so don't ever let go of it. Always make time to be there for somebody else and to share what you are blessed with. So at this time, I'd like to invite Lapeer High School Principal Doug Lindsay to come up here, and he is going to introduce each of our student nominees.
Adjust this up a little bit. Thank you. I'm very privileged to have some really good students in the building at the high school in Lapeer, and also privileged to be welcomed back. This is my 7th year of being able to be a part of this program and recognizing our students. Before I start with our nominees, I want to thank the Chamber for their continued support and recognition of our students, and I want to congratulate all of our adult nominees here this evening. This year, for the female nominees of the 2020 Citizen of the Year Youth Award and Scholarship, we have 6 young ladies. If they would please briefly stand and face the audience to be acknowledged when I call their name. We have Gabrielle Conklin, Alexis Kinney, Samantha Knopp, Maria Wrights, Aaron Saar, and Samantha Shelton. I'll begin the nominees by speaking a little bit about Lapeer High School senior Samantha Shelton. Samantha volunteers through her church, making blankets for the homeless and visiting senior citizens during the year and at the holidays. She also helps with small home projects like painting fences and building ramps at their homes. Samantha volunteers about 75 hours a year at a local soup kitchen. She also has served as a guest preacher at Sunday morning worship at her church and is a member of the choir and youth group. She is a volunteer at the Fantasy Force, which helps fundraise money for several nonprofit organizations throughout Lapeer County. Samantha works Christmas Eve at her church, feeding the homeless, Christmas dinner, and last winter helped serve hot meals to Lapeer residents during the power outage. She helps serve food to the homeless each year when her church hosts the Refuge Homeless Shelter clients. Sam, through her church, visits the residents of Suncrest every other Sunday during the winter months and has done this for the past 2 years. She has been the recipient of the Macaulay Outstanding Citizenship of the Year Award at Chatfield School on 2 occasions. She's enrolled in several AP courses and carries a 3.4445 GPA. She is also a member of the Honors Choir, Sparkapella's Choir, Chamber Choir, and participates in Drama Club, Solo Ensemble, and Travel Volleyball. A quote about Samantha. Samantha is truly an exceptional young lady who works hard for personal success as well as to assist others. She is a caring, hardworking, and all-around exceptional young lady. Congratulations, Samantha, on your nomination. Our next nominee is Lapeer High School senior Gabrielle Conklin. Gabrielle has been a junior firefighter in the Mayville Fire Department's Youth Cadet Program for the past 2 years, logging approximately 200 hours of service each year. She is a tutor to both middle and high school students. She is a mentor to younger female students, helping them navigate through difficult struggles with peer pressure. Gabrielle teaches fire prevention to Mayville elementary and middle school students. She has been a volunteer for Relay for Life for 10 years, and she also prepares Christmas packages for families in need through the fire department and regularly donates clothing to those in need. Gabrielle is a member of the National Society of Leadership and Success through the University of Michigan Flint, which requires the completion of a very rigorous certification program. Gabrielle has taken numerous AP classes while maintaining a 4.19 GPA and a score of over 1,100 on her SAT. A quote about Gabrielle. Gabrielle possesses a sweet and selfless manner. Unlike others, she does not seek the spotlight, but rather is content to be in the background when helping others to achieve their goals. Congratulations on your nomination, Gabrielle. Next, we have Lapeer High School junior Aaron Saar. Aaron participates in the Red Kettle campaign for the Salvation Army. She assists at the Lakata fundraising event, volunteering to wait tables. Aaron is an assistant tennis coach to kindergartners and first-year students in grades 9 through 12. Aaron also reads to elementary students and volunteers at the Lynch Elementary School Carnival. Aaron volunteers as a volleyball camp assistant to students in kindergarten through 8th grade. She is a member of the Links program at school, a program to assist special needs students in adapting and adjusting to high school, and also runs concession stands to help raise funds for the Links program. She is a member of the Omni Club and very active in sports, which include varsity tennis, volleyball, and has played in the past JV basketball. Aaron is an instrumental volunteer for the Lapeer Optimus Tennis Open Fund raiser, volunteering wherever needed. She maintains a 4.07 GPA, is ranked 7th in her class, and has been enrolled in AP coursework for 2 years. A quote about Aaron. Aaron is a kind, warm, sensitive to others, and empathetic. She gives to others more than she expects to receive, always. Congratulations, Aaron, on your nomination. Our next female nominee is Lapeer High School senior Alexis Kinney. Alexis has been a member of the Chimera's first robotics competition team for the past 3 years, which due in large part to her guidance and time, has competed all the way to the world level competition. She has volunteered over 300 hours of time mentoring middle school and younger students in the Chimichangas VEX IQ robotics team. Her leadership in the Chimera's first robotics team led the group to winning the most prestigious award in the first robotics competition at Kettering University in Flint. She has mentored a group of 3 to 4 students each year in all aspects of robotics, teaching them and guiding them through design, build, and the competition process. Alexis is enrolled in the early college program at Lapeer High School through Mott Community College in Flint. She is pursuing a fine arts degree with a concentration in photography. She volunteers to wrap gifts for families in need at Christmas time. She also volunteers at elementary fundraising events and at the Lapeer Days Festival. She donates her time to the Angel Closet, which for those of you not familiar, the Angel Closet is an area we have at the high school that provides clothing and other needs to our students in need. And she is a member of the Links program fundraising as well. A quote about Alexis. Alexis is someone who is always positive, willing to take on any challenge with confidence, commitment, and passion. She is an impressive, outspoken leader and a problem solver. Congratulations, Alexis, on your nomination. Next, we have Lapeer High School senior Samantha Knopp. Sam volunteered to assist her brother's Boy Scout troop, number 127, fundraiser at Water and Woods in Emily City, spending over 4 hours hauling mountains of trash across the fairgrounds for the troop. In 2019, at the Boy Scouts of America opened up scouting program to females. Sam became the first senior patrol leader for a Boy Scout troop, 127G. Sam also organized and coaches the Schickler Elementary cheer team and organized a cheer team for one of the local elementary school football teams. She has been a lead mentor for 4 years with the Chimera's first robotics competition team. She is a member and currently president of the Michigan Future Problem Solvers. Sam is also a peer mentor at school, helping prepare junior students for the SAT test. For 4 years, she was a student worker under Jennifer Parker, working with special education students, helping them with various classroom challenges, and assisting and monitoring their transitions throughout the school year. She volunteers at Schickler Elementary, assisting teachers with classroom decorating and with students wherever there is a need. A quote about Samantha. Samantha represents pride, honesty, compassion, and self-sacrifice. She is positive, outspoken when she needs to be, confident, and passionate about whatever she takes on. Congratulations on your nomination, Samantha. Our next nominee is Lapeer High School senior Maria Reitz. Maria is a member of the Michigan Future Problem Solvers. She is a student leader in Grow to Glow, a program for young women that encourages the development of a positive self-image at the middle school level. Maria is a peer tutor and leads student study groups. She is also involved in the Lapeer County Youth Advisory Committee. Maria is an AP National Scholar, a National Hispanic Scholar, and a National Merit Finalist. Maria has taken 13 advanced placement classes and 6 dual enrollment classes and has earned a GPA of 4.3888. She has scored a 5 on all 9 AP tests she has taken throughout her high school career thus far. She is co-president of the Omni Council. She was selected for Notre Dame's leadership seminar last summer and was a Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership participant. Maria is a member of and co-president of the Omni Council. A quote about Maria. Not only is she academically brilliant, she is kind, compassionate, giving, and dedicated to serving others. Congratulations, Maria, on your nomination. I'm struggling to turn pages up here. At this time, it is my honor to be able to present the 2020 Female Citizen of the Year Youth Award and Scholarship to a very deserving young lady. The female recipient of the 2020 Citizen of the Year Youth Award and Scholarship is Miss Samantha Shelton.
I would like to thank Chamber of Conference for this amazing opportunity. I would thank my parents the most, and I would really like to thank Trinity United Methodist Church for giving me all of these wonderful volunteer opportunities. Thank you.
Samantha, on behalf of the Lapeer Area Chamber of Commerce, we are very pleased and proud to award you this $1,000 scholarship toward your education. So I'm presenting you with this letter of confirmation, and then when you are enrolled and we have your student ID, we will make a deposit of $1,000 into your account. And in addition to that, we had a lady from the community who had read about the awards in the paper, and she stopped in the office and wanted from her own personal funds to add an additional $100 for each of the student recipients. So we'll be actually able to write them a $1,100 check. So, okay. You're good. You're good. Let's hear it for Samantha.
At this time, I also have the honor to recognize a couple of young men who have been nominated for the Male Youth Citizen of the Year Award. Please join me in congratulating one of our two nominees, Mr. Ben Schultz. Our other male nominee, as Nita has mentioned a few times, this is his second year in being nominated, Mr. Thomas Weir. Oops. Our first nominee that I'm going to read a little bit about is Lapeer High School senior Tom Weir. Tom has been involved in the Strike Zone Robotics Team 5460 since 2016. He developed a business plan for each of the robotics teams and spearheaded several fundraising events. Through Tom's outreach to the Dean of Engineering and Admissions at Lawrence Technical University, scholarship opportunities are now available for Lapeer robotics students. Tom was nominated for the prestigious First Robotics Dean's List Award through his involvement in robotics. He also volunteers as a member or as a mentor for K-8 students in junior robotics competitions and various STEM events. Tom has also volunteered to help the Rotary Club in Three Rivers, Michigan, to establish a soapbox derby program, including facilitating the race for about 20 drivers in the middle of his summer vacation. Tom volunteers at the annual RoboCon robotics event and for many years at the annual Soapbox Derby at the Lapeer Days. He also spearheaded an effort for the Strike Zone robotics team to volunteer with the recycling program at Habitat for Humanity. Tom was an assistant Sunday school teacher for 4 to 6-year-olds through Lapeer Community Church for 5 years. He is involved in track and cross country and is an LHS marching band field volunteer. A quote about Tom. Tom takes great pride in everything he is involved in and is always willing to learn new ways in which to help others. He demonstrates great kindness and respect for others and is always willing to help. Congratulations on your nomination, Tom. Our final nominee of the evening is Lapeer High School senior Ben Schultz. Ben has been a member of the Young Musicians community since 2013, which includes volunteer performances for nonprofit organizations throughout the community. He also helps haul the band's equipment and set up for over 20 of these performances a year. He earned the Rise Above Leadership Award through his involvement in the Young Musicians community. Ben is a mentor to other younger members of the Young Musicians community. He also plays guitar and vocals in the Hadley Community Church's worship band and also volunteers in the church's nursery. He was also a former part-time youth director at his church, organizing spring cleanup projects for senior citizens in the community. This past fall, Ben volunteered to assist a substitute teacher with physics and engineering lessons while the regular teacher was out on medical leave, assisting students within the class with the material while still balancing his own class load. Ben volunteers at the Santa Fly Inn for kids at the Lapeer Airport. He has made 5 mission trips to neighboring states through his church. Ben is an AP National Scholar candidate and an AP Capstone Diploma candidate. He has maintained a 4.57 GPA and scored a 1470 on his SAT. A quote about Ben. Ben is one of the most well-rounded students I have ever worked with and is mature, intuitive, responsible, charismatic, and intellectual. Congratulations, Ben, on your nomination. At this time, it is my privileged to recognize our winner of the 2020 Male Youth Citizen of the Year Award. This year's recipient of this prestigious award is Mr. Ben Schultz.
Thank you. I'd also like to thank the Lapeer Area Chamber of Commerce for this great opportunity and for all of the leadership that I've had involved in my life, including my parents. Obviously, they influence all of us to be great leaders. And everybody else here, I think, is a great encouragement for what us as Table 8 should look forward in the future. So I thank all of you for everything that you've done for our community.
So Ben, again, on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, we're very pleased to be able to present you with a $1,000 scholarship for college from the Chamber, and then the additional from the generous individual in our community. So we'll be, when you are registered, we'll be writing a check to your school for $1,100, okay? That's just your letter.
At this time, I'm going to ask if Samantha would come back up and join us here at the podium. Like with our adults, we're very privileged to have here today some of additional recognitions for our students to receive. It's my pleasure to welcome back to the podium up here Ms. Nita Payne with the Chamber, Senator Kevin Daly, Mr. Mike Gashka on behalf of Representative Gary Howell, and Congressman Paul Mitchell to recognize Ben and Samantha for their accomplishments.
Where's Ben and where are your parents? Come on. Come on. Where's the rest? Your parents are here? No. We recognize the winners, but we don't stand behind me. I didn't raise them. Yeah. They'll adopt you for a little while. There you go. See? We recognize the winners, but we need to recognize the parents as well. I have 6 kids ranging in age, and I know how much work it goes to raising them and putting them through college. A quick comment for all of you is I'm the oldest of 7. I was the first kid in my entire extended family that ever set foot on a college campus, never mind graduate from college. I remember how tough it was to be able to pay for college. Dad built trucks in the line, and Mom worked the Salvation Army. It was a lot of work. Some days it was a little daunting. So in addition to the scholarships that you have, I'm going to make Nita's life more difficult. Nita's going, oh, God. And my good friends at Lakestone Bank are saying, here he goes again. I'm also going to donate $1,000 to each of you for a scholarship. The other is I don't want Table 8 to feel left out. So I'm also going to donate $500 for each of you for a scholarship fund as well. So in addition to this lovely certificate that I did sign for you, is I want to recognize first, Samantha, for your hard work. Wish you well. You have a plan for school? Where are you going to go? Spring Arbor. Congratulations. Enjoy school, get the most of it, and make a difference in your community when you graduate because they need you. We need leaders like you, so please, congratulations. You and your honorary parent. Yes. The same for you, Ben, is when you come back, or Benjamin, do you prefer Benjamin? Ben, I'm sorry. It matters. I was Paul Mitchell III. You know how hard it was to go to school with a third in your name? Really was. Congratulations to you. Where are you going to go to school at?
Secret.
We're going to discuss.
An honorary mother.
Michigan State.
You're, wait a minute,
My whole family is.
excuse us for a moment, please. We have talk. Keep going.
You want me to continue? I know. I was gonna say.
I think you should do green. It looked nice on you. See? If you said U of M, you were leaving. I'm kidding. Here, let me give you a certificate as well and congratulate you on a tremendous. At this point, good luck in college. Thank you.
This has got to be the most amazing part of this whole program of these students that get up here, and I just want to encourage each and every one, you both and all the kids at those tables, remember where you came from. Wouldn't it be neat? Nita said it's been 9 years she's been doing this. Wouldn't it be neat to have one of these even nominees come back as a Citizen of the Year, Adult Citizen of the Year in Lapeer? Great community. Hopefully you don't all have this idea that you need to move away to Chicago or to warmer climate or something. It's a great community. There's a lot of generations of people in this room that have lived here a long time, me included, born and raised and stayed here my entire life. And I encourage each and every one of you to consider coming back to your home, back to Lapeer. Don't forget where you came from. But again, it's my honor to present on behalf of myself, Senator Kevin Daly, Representative Gary Howell, Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, and Governor Gretchen Whitmer. First to Samantha. And then to Benjamin. Do you want to speak again? You're all set. Thank you, and congratulations again.
Okay, wow. You guys are making out pretty good. What did that $2,100 pay for, like maybe books for a semester? Maybe? So, anyway, we're all very proud of you. And like Senator Daly said, we hope that we see some of you back here in a few years as the Adult Citizens in the Year, and you're coming back and you're still doing good things in this community and continue to make it stronger. And you'll be sitting at that table, and you'll be looking at a new bunch of faces at table 8, right? Okay. So actually what I'd like to do now, because I think, Jeff, would you like to have the adults come up here and you can get a big group picture up here? Or would you rather do it over there? Okay. All right. So thank you, you guys. Congratulations. And I'm sure that your parents are very proud and excited. And we're very proud of you, and we're very grateful for everything you've done to raise these young people. And, so. All right. There you are. Thank you very much, you guys. You can be seated. Thank you. Let's give them another round of applause. And the parents. Okay. So again, congratulations to Norma and all of our adult female nominees. Remember, ladies, you did a great job this year. Maybe we'll see 2 tables of women next year. Hopefully we'll see some guys too, and students and parents, also your teachers. And Doug, thank you for being here again and helping us do this. You've got some great students there, and hopefully we'll see another whole table next year, and some of you may be back. We might see some new faces. So we're just very pleased, and we're very proud as a chamber, and I speak for the board of directors as well, to be able to have this event each year and recognize so many really wonderful, unique, and special people in our community. So I want to congratulate all of you again. Samantha, Ben, good job. Norma, congratulations again. 9:30. Wow. 9:45 would work too if you want to do that. So, and I want to thank, again, Brad Keast, Shannon, the staff here, Devils Ridge for being our host and major sponsor, and Lake Stone Bank. Thank you very much. Walt, you're going to work that stuff out, right? Okay. So it's coming out of your account, not my account. So I know there's lots of congratulations to be shared, and folks, if you would like to have another cocktail, certainly feel free to do so. What we'd like to have are the nominees, You want to hug your families and your friends and things, nominees and recipients, if eventually you could make your way over into that room so that we can get some great photos for the paper, we'd appreciate that. Thank everyone for coming tonight, and congratulations again. Thank you, and God bless.